We like a little segment called The Catch Up.
I love that.
What have you got? What's been going on? What's the tea? What's the 411? What's the daily dump?
The daily dump, the morning report.
That's the one.
Morning
That's the one.
grievances.
That's the one.
No, nothing. So I've got my kids home this summer. And so we've just been trying to have our little 90s, summer playing around.
It's the 90s butter summer is what they're calling it.
What is that? Butter summer?
I don't know what that means.
Something about butter yellow. I don't know the butter part. I know the 90s summer that's, just like playing outside and the hose and the, chalk and all that kind of stuff.
Not overdoing it. Yeah.
Right. Low energy or like low
lift, popsicles by the pool.
Low lift, like low, which I'm kind of always like that with my kids. Like the ROI on things is important to me, and I don't want to invest more in something than I think it's going to give back. So I because people are like, let's go to a water park. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll have the same amount of fun and the same amount of complaints if we just go to a splash pad and less money that we spent.
Yeah, 100%.
That is actually hilarious. The same amount of everything, but for virtually free. Got it.
Yeah. But of course, so anyways, we go on a walk this morning. So I'm like, I'm not giving up my walk. And the girls are like, I don't want to go. But I was like,
related.
Move around, right? You need to go. And we get to the farthest part of the neighborhood. Like there's like a big loop. And if we do the whole loop, it's like 1.5 miles. So we get to the farthest part of the neighborhood and it just starts to downpour.
We've been there.
Yeah, we have together.
That's kind of fun, maybe.
Yeah, it was really fun. It ended up being really fun. And I was like texting Dave and I was like, oh, well, yeah, then it, downpoured and we were just soaking wet. Like, so you can't,
100%.
You just can't do anything at that point.
Yeah.
So they're scootering and I'm just like walking.
It's a free water park right there. There you have it.
There's the splash pad.
Yeah. It ended up being some extra fun this morning. But that's what we're up to. That's our exciting thing. And then we went out to get a birthday gift for our friends.
I love it.
I find you both of your girls are home.
I have a almost 4 and 2-year-old they're at like a 3-hour, really 4-hour mother's morning out school situation, but they're home, May 13th to August 20 something. But it's just like my first real week of summer. We got hit with the horrible 4.5-day stomach bug the first week of summer.
Every May.
Yeah. Is that a thing? I thought it was weird that everyone was getting sick.
Everyone gets sick. It's like Christmas time and then it feels
May-cember.
like May.
Yeah, well, it was horrible. So I had like a fake first week of summer, and then we went to like the Low Country, South Carolina beach coast all last week for family trip. So this is like our first real week of summer. But leaning into what you're saying too, we like, our routine is we go to the gym because childcare, and then come back and either go like zoo splash pad, which y'all need to do with us.
We do.
Or a local neighborhood splash pad, library, lunch, rest, and then some afternoon something.
Yeah.
But we got the Costco $20 pool for what you're saying.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, our next door neighbor got a
slide.
The slide one.
Water, it fills up when it all sprays down and it fills up into a pool at the bottom. And that has already given us all hours of entertainment.
100%. They're not cheap, but like if you do the math per day compared to like a pool,
it's less than a week of camp.
100%. Totally. It's less.
She's
than
already done the math.
It is
literally though.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're all back. Well, her and I are both back from vacation. Anna, what's been going on with you, sister?
I bought a slip and slide and a cheaper like little slide pool. And I'm sad to say it lasted 2 days and now it's too cold to use.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's, 95 degrees outside. It's because she's, the only child thing. It's like if she had a friend over playing, she wouldn't care if it's cold, it's whatever. But because she's, playing by herself, it's like, I don't want to get cold. Like there's nothing to do. So
nothing motivating her because there's no friend already cold or whatever.
Exactly. Like you're not splishing and splashing together. She's like, okay, I've done the slip and slide 10 times. Like, what do I do now?
Next.
So I'm trying to figure out.
Mommy still has work to do. So
I'm like, well, I was planning on sitting here and watching you for the next hour and a half. So we're going to have to figure something else out. But I did think about, because the water right out of the hose is cold. So I was like, maybe if I fill it up at lunchtime, like by the afternoon, it'll be warm enough from the sun that she won't have her, her fear anymore. So that's going to be the next thing I try. I'll report back on if it works or not. Or we just need to find a friend in the neighborhood and be like,
I was gonna
come
say,
over 3
friend.
times a week.
You
know,
need a
Yes.
4-year-old, 5-year-old,
Yes.
like even 3-year-old. Like
Yeah.
you can get a little span of an age. Like you need another little
You
friend.
need a buddy.
Mhm.
And
that-
find one with the mom that you like. That's the key.
exactly.
That's
exactly.
the key. That's my 90s summer.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a group text with moms. It's like, hey, Maze Park, 4 p.m. We're going, or we're doing charcuterie in my redneck yacht club backyard.
That's a
fun.
great backyard.
But it's rednecky in the sense of like, we've got the $20 pool, we got the $8 sand pit. There's grasses up to your knees because there's so much water everywhere, and we're not gonna, But it's if
Yes,
you got your
it
friend,
works.
if you have
Redneck
a friend
yacht
too,
club. I
then-
love that.
yeah. I mean,
That's
it is.
so fun.
It is. But you have to find the mom friend to come too.
That's
Hmm.
a fair point.
Yeah.
Well, I'll intro us real quickly. There's my eyebrow. Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Get Mom Ready. We have got one of my nearest and dearest, one of my sissies, Mary Scott Mercer. Mary Scott and I met 6 years ago, 2019, 2020. No, it was the
2019.
beginning of right before COVID.
Yeah.
We found that we had some things in common. We won't bore everyone with details, even though they are fun details. And
Mainly we lived on the same street.
mainly we lived on the same street.
That's all you need.
And then we became COVID buddies and sissies and like just family members. And then they moved away to Charlotte and now they're back. And it makes me so happy. So, and now that I'm a mommy, she's like, oh my gosh, even better. So it's just like all the fun juju and juice. But because of that, now new commonality, it has led to even richer and greater conversations between us.
Yeah.
They're always rich and great, but there are even like just really interesting things that we talk about in terms of being moms that I thought, what would be interesting is to have her on the Get Mom Ready podcast, because specifically one of those conversations has been, and we can go anywhere today. The thing that made me think about having her on the podcast, dear listener, is the idea of like internal boundaries or boundaries you set with yourself. And in that context, I think Mary Scott and I were talking about it in terms of Instagram, which can't we all relate? But the idea of your own internal boundaries or boundaries with yourself, however you want to qualify it, was such a strong starting point. But now that we're in summer, there might be different places we go, but she's here with us today on Get Mom Ready. We're so excited. It's me, Meredith. It's Hannah. It's Anna. Holly, we miss you. And our girlfriend, Mary Scott. And whether we talk about personal boundaries or how in the Helen to just do summer with kids home in this specific short season of life where we're enjoying and living in our 90s butter summer, I guess is the way we're all saying it, but still.
But not wanting to lose our marbles.
There you go. But not
Yeah.
wanting to lose our marbles. I think this is going to be a fascinating conversation. And there might be some, if you hear us kind of putting on our coaching hat, it's just because sometimes we can't help ourselves. So here we are. Please coach me.
That's how I always feel. I'm like,
Please do.
everybody, please.
That's hilarious. So that said, what feels pressing to bring to the group, Mary Scott? I'm treating this as an open process, as a group process.
Well, it's interesting talking about personal boundaries because what I'm realizing is on day whatever we are of summer, I think that my inability to hold personal boundaries is going to pour over into my inability to keep boundaries with my kids. Does that make sense?
Dang. Well, that's a hefty statement.
Meaning it's like, okay, it was already 11:55. We're eating lunch and I'm already having the screen time fight. But like, I wonder if we wouldn't be having this screen time fight if I wasn't having a screen time fight. Do you see what I'm saying? And
Wow.
does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you're just already dropping truth bombs like 2 seconds. Then she said 2 sentences and it's like, wow, okay.
No, I don't know. I'm like, I'm maybe my 4-year-old has a hard time with screen time boundaries because she looks over at me and I'm on my phone having the screen time boundary problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I don't know what the right answer is. When Meredith and I were talking, I think I was complaining probably that like I have all these things that I need to be doing, should be doing, want to do, like not only like household, mopping the floors, whatever, but like for how many months have I been telling you that I would love to write on Substack and haven't done it?
Sure.
Or like this last year, I was feeling a little bit of like guilt/shame because it was May and I looked back on the school year and was like, what did I do? Because I don't have a job. I don't have I'm not income producing in any way. I don't have a even like non-income producing hobby. And yet I had 20 hours of childcare all week. And like, what did I do? You know what I mean? And I'm tired of myself because it's like a sickening feeling to think that like you're not a good steward. Do you know what I mean? And now it's summer and I have those same children with 0 childcare hours and the same amount of stuff that I want to do or need to do. And I don't even have fruit from the last year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, first off, it's heavy.
I know.
Right? Like it's a heavy feeling to look back and I'm reflecting this back, but I don't believe it in that, like, I don't believe that you produced nothing over this last year. However, it's a heavy feeling to look back on the year and be like,
what did I do?
What did I do? Right. And I think that's I also think it's a common feeling that like maybe before kids, you were a very productive in income or work or things like that. And so like now having nothing to show for it other than our kids, like I know our kids are wonderful and perfect and beautiful, but they don't give you anything back, right? Like they don't give you a paycheck. They barely say thank you. Like they just like ask more and more and more. Yeah, I was with a friend one time and she was like, the more you love your kids, the more love they want. And I'm like,
ooh,
true. That's hilarious.
Right? It's not a plug to say like love them less, but it's like sometimes you feel like, well, I'm giving all this stuff. Like, when is it going to be enough? Like, when are you just gonna be like, thanks, mom, you're the best? Like, they're just like, can I have this and can I have that? Like, love me, comfort me. Like, oh, it's more.
It's the human condition. Like that's us too. The more we get, the more we like think we deserve, or the more we want.
And we're wanting more. But anyways, tangent aside, going back to just this feeling of like, okay, now I have summer, because I would say to you, okay, now you're going into summer, expect less. Right?
Totally.
Like we're not going to say like, okay, now I'm starting myself. Now I'm starting my
Now it's Substack writing.
Right.
0 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not.
0 hours of childcare and your kids demanding things all the time. I was joking with a friend too the other day that we're like, yes, only one more lunch we have to pack. And then we're like, oh, and then we have to make lunch every single day.
Every day.
Yeah. With us for the rest of the
I did the math. It's like, what, if we each have 3 meals, there's 4 of us. It's like 30 something meals a week.
It's depressing to hear.
And I guess that's what I've done the last year.
You've fed your kids, you've clothed your kids, you've kept the house, like you've done, like bring them to school, bring them home from school, like do all the teacher stuff and do all the things that they need and all the extracurriculars and all the things. Manage everything.
Life in a new again to you city.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of transition.
Yeah. I guess I just am like, it's still a bummer when you know that like it could have been even more. It could have been better. And it can still be a better 90 summer if I'm sitting in the backyard needle pointing instead of scrolling. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like an interesting, what you just said is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still going to the phone in those moments where it's the 90s butter summer and I'm in the backyard and they're in the splash pad, but like I'm not. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you're like, oh, downtime. Like this is my time.
I'm still looking for a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I think that I need to like be a little bit, I don't know.
Intentional.
I got a brick, so we're gonna start with that.
Okay, that's a great
I'll
thing.
heard about that.
What I remember, this was like after my first was born, but I remember feeling like, what do I even like? What do I even like to do? And I'd written a list up on the fridge and I put it on the fridge. And it's like, if you have extra time, like these are the things that you like, because it was like the deciding was so hard.
The fatigue, like, it's there.
That's the worst part.
There.
Yeah.
And so I was just
that's it.
My phone.
The phone's right there.
Yeah. So it's like now I have to like bring my book around with me, which is annoying, but it's also it's better, like I'm reading a good book. And so I'm like, okay, I gotta take it from my nightstand, bring it into the living room. And then like, okay, they're outside playing. Like, let me sit and read for a little bit while they're out playing. I'll sit with them. But it is like, usually you have your phone with you.
Yeah.
And I've tried to leave it places, like, I don't know, just giving a couple of tips, but like tried to leave it places, but then it's like, I always want to take a picture or I want to.
Right.
And that's where the brick is helpful because like you literally can't.
Oh, that's that's true.
It locks you out. So it's new. It's a new to me trick that I need to try.
What's interesting though is like it's hard. I know there's more to this conversation than it becoming about technology or phone. So I don't want to reduce it.
Yeah.
But it is hard because for me, it is a multifunctional device. And yet and I know I could just use it for pictures when I want to do that, or I could just use it for music. I like to play music from my phone or whatever.
Yeah.
But it still becomes this thing that I don't want Ethan to associate me with. Do you know what I mean? Like all the time, like mom's always got that little that square black thing next to her. I don't want that personally. And so I'm like, but it's hard when you're like, but I would like to play music right now, or I would like to have it ready to use as a camera. I don't know how to contend with that, but I do know, but also in the same way, I could replace that with a book. If I was a complete bookworm and I was only ever doing this, I wouldn't want him to only associate me. It's the same thing.
Yep.
And so what I'm hearing is like, the phone is the easiest.
It's the lowest hanging fruit.
It's the lowest hanging fruit for the thing that we would go to because it's the easiest dopamine hit. It's the easiest to look at, bright colors, pretty, blah, blah, blah. All the things our brain just lights up.
Friends.
And it's like, but it's like cool to be old school and have a book. I mean, I'm that way. I'm like, oh, I don't scroll. I read.
But you don't. You don't.
I don't. And also,
you don't.
I read. But it's like, okay, but cool. But could I also be content if I didn't? And I think there are some deeper things there that are worth considering.
I think too, I'm noticing I just don't like, I need to have nothing in the sense of like Meredith and I are big readers, but I like audio it. So I was going through my day with constant input, period.
Yeah.
Whether it was Instagram or
I see what you're saying.
I like can't quit like a
Podcast.
podcast, or like I can't quit the new Ella Langley album, like whatever it is. Like I found myself last night turning on instrumentals because I was like, I'm done. Like I kind of feel empty
Yeah.
because there's so many inputs. So I think the deeper thing is like, what am I not wanting to sit with kind of?
What are you avoiding?
I'm probably
Yeah.
avoiding motherhood.
Oof.
Damn, dude. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like,
No, I seriously think that I mean, last summer, I think I walked around with one AirPod in at all time, like listening to
Yeah.
Avatar while I was
God bless.
mothering. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, which is really hard. I don't know. I don't know that book, but I've
know
been
enough.
listening. What's that?
I said, you know enough.
I know enough that like I've listened to a book before and then been like looking at my kids and being like, like, you know, like I gotta turn
I
this
was wanting
off.
to like, there's a level of wanting to escape into another world. We'll just say it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been 12 months of that kind of, and I'm ready to not like, I think it's good because I'm wanting to not escape, but not escaping also means that like I have to like deal with what's in front of me, which is beautiful and also just like exhausting and hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I need a dopamine detox a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgive my reach. That is so fair. And I think that that's maybe, is that a thing? Is that a phrase that people are ever using that you've seen? Because that is the first time
I
I've heard it. And it's, wow.
I haven't heard dopamine detox like as a phrase, but it could be ours, and we can
Like
copyright
it.
that.
You heard it
That's,
here.
Mary Scott, crazy
Yeah.
term. But I was just thinking, like, I was kind of putting myself in your shoes of like, how do I just sit and like, I mean, I have these same experiences, but like, how do I just sit out here watching my kids and breathe through the discomfort
Yeah.
of doing nothing?
Yeah.
Because I'm over here like seeing all the experts saying, "Here, the best thing you can do for your kids is let them get bored." And I'm not getting bored.
Right.
Right.
Totally.
Exactly.
I don't want to be
Hypocritical.
bored.
Like
Totally.
I
Right.
guess what I'm realizing is like I have expectations for my children that I don't hold to for myself.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I want
I
them
feel
to like
that
go
deeply. Yeah.
cuddle up in their bed and read, and yeah, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And critical, and that's just going to keep showing itself to me, I think.
Yeah, like
So-
when I yell at my kids and say to stop yelling.
Yeah. Exactly.
spanking.
No,
Same thing. I
exactly.
mean, like,
Yeah, spanking. Don't hit. I'm going to spank you.
yeah.
It doesn't make any
yes.
sense. Yeah. We're all
It's-
toddlers. We're
My
all
husband and I
toddlers.
talk about that all the time of like, are we living up to the standard that like we realize what we just told her, right? How many times a day do I do that? Or, if we're asking her to level up to something, do I live on that standard? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is part of this conversation exactly, but what I've been wrestling through while y'all have been talking is I think there's competing voices that I hear of. One is you should be super present with your children and like this is their only childhood and blah, blah, blah. And the other is you're still a person. You should have interests too. And your children don't need to be your whole attention.
Yeah.
And I find myself constantly like, which moment is this? Is this a moment where I'm supposed to like let her go play by herself, but I'm supposed to enjoy her childhood? I don't need my own hobbies. And then on the other hand, I'm like, wait, is this a moment where I should just read my book and let her be bored? Or, you know, or the opposite. I'm like playing with her. And then I'm like, wait, shouldn't I be doing something for me right now? Like, shouldn't I have a hobby of some
Or
kind?
even just, shouldn't I be cleaning up? Like,
It could be that simple. Yeah. And it's that constant, for me, that's like the constant voice struggle is which am I supposed to do when? How do I balance this? And so I don't know. And I do not know.
I would say like wheel it back, and because there's no right answer, right? Like you get to decide what moment this is. Like going too far in either direction is not the answer.
Yeah.
And finding some sort of balance of like, oh, this is this moment or this is this moment, or even almost even unlabeling it, because I feel like maybe, Anna, then you'd be like, well, I had 7 of these moments and 4 of these moments tomorrow.
Yeah. Enneagram 1.
Yeah. You know, like
it's like marked in my calendar how many hours a day.
Yeah. No.
Have you guys read or seen the book Hunt, Gather, Parent?
Yes.
We've talked about it.
You have?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
it on my nightstand. Yeah.
Have you read it, Mary Scott? You thought about it?
I've started it, but I saw a mom that I really, so that's the thing about social media. And I really probably should detox my actual follow list because there are some really great people, right?
Sure.
But one mom's perspective on Hunt, Gather, Parent that I really liked was obviously you could just read the book and be like, okay, my children are created to be a part of this unit and everyone has a job and they need to see that they contribute, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this mom was like, and I delight in my children. And so I want to give them opportunities to do fun things that they love to do. And it's like holding both.
Yes.
That's just I haven't read the book in detail, so I can't like speak to it, but I try to have that like thought process of like, cause I feel like that's the middle, right? That's the 90s butter summer fun thing. And the like this is real life and it's my job to train you up to be a human who knows how to do stuff, you know, and you're a contributing member of our family. You're not a narcissist, and like this is not all about you and all the things. And I think it is in that moment, like letting it kind of sift through and be the perspective each time you come up with it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's kind of a balance of that. Like, Anna, like you're saying of this, like sometimes I have a moment, you know, sometimes I'm going to be really present with her and sometimes I'm going to do my own thing. And that's a relationship, right? Like if you're sitting there, like staring at her being like, you're using the red crayon. Now you're drawing something new.
Like sports casting their whole life.
Yeah. Like, wow, you made a picture. Tell me about it. Like, it's like, oh, okay. You know, like,
tell me what you drew.
Yeah. Tell me. Wow, you used lots of colors in that picture. You know, it's like a little too much, you know? And it's just like.
And that does breed like a little introspective narcissist, probably. Like,
it was so amazing. And like, it just. So
you're right.
Yeah. And I think you probably know this about me. I'm a little more like hands off or like I'm more the like go
play.
Do something. Go play, go this. Like I don't entertain my kids. I don't like I'm not setting up. I mean, like maybe when they were really little, I was like I probably followed Busy Toddler or whoever that was like morning activities and like I would set up like the lowest effort ones. Like I'm not drawing a racetrack anywhere. I'm not
How do you handle like the begging for something to do / screen time? Because I know if I just hold out long enough, it'll go away. But like what's the language you use for that?
Go find something to do. But let's see, 4 and 2. Oh, let's think. What would
how do I digitally detox my own kids? Maybe. I mean, they're really not sitting in front of the TV all day. I promise.
Right. I would say have special times. Like what I would do is have certain times that these are the screen times. Right. You decide whatever that is. Like if that's after nap, if it's in the morning, like whatever it is, that's the time, and it's the same every day, or it's the same on the weekends. Like, I mean, I've talked about this before, but like our family's like a no screen time during the week. Like the only thing they have is there's a TV in the living room and that's it. They don't have like
iPads or something.
Yeah, they don't have individual things. Nothing's theirs. But during the week, during school, they don't have screens because it's
TV
like
time.
Yeah, they don't have TV time. Like
they don't have time. Like
they don't
during the weeks, to be fair. Yeah.
They
It's like,
like they
at
leave
that
for
age.
school at 7:15, or they left for school at 7:15. It'll probably be a little later
Yeah.
this. So like, but also my kids wake up early. Like they wake up at like 5:30. Like they are
Same, which is why I sometimes turn on something at
Right.
5:30
Yep.
so that I can
Yep.
read and blah blah blah.
Yep.
Right. Well,
Yep.
and so, yeah. And which I implemented a new thing this summer because I'm trying to get them to sleep in, that there's no screens, like no TV before 7 o'clock. And then, you know who strolled out of their room after 7:05 this morning? And I was like, see?
No
I do think there's
way.
something to that. Like, have I trained them to want to wake up to watch TV?
Right. Like,
Yeah.
they
Is
wake
this
up so
is this
early.
my fault?
No, it's
Yeah.
not your fault. Some kids just wake up
I think
early.
it is.
No, it's not.
I feel
I
the
think-
same way. Yeah.
Like, I
your
have
fault. You get
I've
to be in
trained them to
charge.
be people. Like, it's on me. Like,
No, some kids just some kids just wake up early, and like you can make different rules. You know what I mean? Like you can change the rules and you can make different rules and you can be in charge and say, yeah.
sometimes
we're
I
not
get in
gonna-
front of the mirror and like, I'm the mom. Like,
I
I
know,
know I
you're the
am
mom.
the mom. Like,
Yeah, I'm in
if Patty
charge.
wakes up at 5:30, I just give her books. Like, I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But you
So-
just
yeah.
kind of forget.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was my kids were so back to back that like I just kind of did what I did. But now I'm
Well,
like,
you're in
"Oh,
survival
wait,
for
I
so
can
long."
change how we do
Uh-huh.
things.
And they can too. There's just, from what I understand, I'm not a parenting expert by any means, but I think, isn't it the same with us, Hannah, that like, if we want a behavior to change, we know it's going to suck for a period of time.
They're
It's gonna
detoxing
get
too.
harder before it gets
Right.
Yes.
100%. So that's like, okay, we can make a change as a family, or I can implement something different as a kid with a kid in the same way that I'm going to implement something different with me that's going to require more discipline, and woof, it's going to not be great, but it's just because it's something new. I got to fight the angst, and then I'll find a new rhythm pattern, whatever. Right.
Well, there's also the element of like you have to be on the same page with your spouse because like I
Fair.
could be like, hey, we're not doing TV till
Mhm.
8:30, and then he's like, I just need to wake up for a minute and like
No. TV
Did
time
you
starts at
already-
8:30. Yeah, TV time starts at 8:30.
like
Oh, for
this is a hard
everybody.
and fast rule for the Mercers. Like, just
Yes.
sorry, honey,
This is
get
our
on
new
board.
rule. And you get to be be a broken record. Like just use the same, oh, TV time starts at 8:30. Don't be mad about it. Don't have any emotion about it. Don't be exasperated. Don't be
Or don't even say no. It's like just say the
Yeah.
line. TV
Yeah,
starts.
it starts at
Yeah.
it
When
starts
the
at
alarm
8:30.
goes off.
Yeah,
Well,
you
my
can get
kids
it at
do
that
really
time.
well with like, hey, we're gonna set a timer.
Timer.
And then switch the toy or share whatever. So I do feel like that language can work.
Yes.
That could be, yeah.
Or timer goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and not also being like firm and confident in yourself. Like I think, whenever you're like,
I'm the mom.
do you want to go leave the park? I'm like, of course they don't. Like,
Right.
why would you say that? You
Right.
know, or
I
like,
think if you're a people pleaser as a person, you tend to be a people pleaser in parenting.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to
Hand
get
firm.
me. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, do you want to get dressed? Do you want to do this? Or like, it's time to get dressed. And it's like, are you asking me, a 2-year-old, is it time to get dressed? And it's like, no, it's time to get dressed.
And
Right?
I know that like they want, like they're craving like me to be a calm and confident leader,
Yeah.
obviously. So like,
Do you
Mhm.
feel
But
like-
there is that reality. No, go ahead, Mary.
No. You. I can hold it.
There is that reality, as like you're saying, as a people pleaser, you do have to regulate yourself so hard before you can calmly, like you're saying, Hannah, before you can just repeat the phrase and smile through it and not like I start sweating the second time I'm asked for something because it's so hard for me to hear someone upset with my decision.
Yeah.
So like
it's just,
it
it's
is
just overstimulating. Like,
it's so exhausting. It hurts my feeling. Like to be super honest, like
sure.
it hurts me to repeatedly have to like say no.
Yeah.
And I know that it's important, but like when it's 5:30 in the morning, I'm still waking up and I've already been asked 37 of the same things. It's
Mhm.
hard to repeat like 8:30. Like
Totally.
my heart is just like
Can we
and
talk
so-
about that too? But like if they're getting up at 5:30 and there isn't the screen time, when am I regulating?
correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, when are you getting margin? When are you providing yourself the margin?
I love a 5 a.m. Like, I love 5 a.m. But
Right.
like when
it's solo.
But I wanted
I
myself.
woke up at 5 a.m. this morning,
Yes.
and then one of the kids was like, I could tell going back to bed, but like it needed to be silent. I live in a tiny little house, so it's like
not as tiny as mine.
If you hear one big toe on the hardwood floor, someone hears it.
Yeah.
And so I think too, like that's a perfect example. It was 4:57. My alarm was going off this morning at 5:08 because I like wanted to sit there by myself. Eliza, my oldest, crawled out from her bed into my bed, which is probably another problem for another day to discuss. But like, I know she'll sleep
or not.
I know she'll sleep later if she crawls back into the bed. And I knew she would go back to bed,
but can you sneak out?
Right. I couldn't. So I had to wait till I heard that breathing shift, right? So what did I do? I picked up my phone.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, you're turning over and you're like, okay, well, I'm up. I don't want to fall asleep. Yeah, I want to.
He finally went back to bed, and then I heard, "Mommy, mommy," and number 2 is awake. It's 5:38. And so, because my house is small, and they do share a room as of right now. I didn't tell you that. They're sharing a room now. And so there's this element of like, I gotta get her, I gotta get her, I gotta get her. Yep. Because if not, then if Eliza wakes up that early, she doesn't nap anymore, then like we're really toasted for the day. So I'm doing everything I can to keep her asleep, but then I've gotta and then it's 5:38 and like she wants cheese balls. And she wants coffee to match me, and she wants the coffee creamer in her cup, and she doesn't know how to whisper because she's 2. And it's like, ugh. And then you look up and it's 6:18, and you haven't read anything yet. And like, so do you see what I'm saying?
You had a minute to yourself to just breathe.
Right. Yes. So like practically at times I'm like, is the only way to get up at 4?
No. Well, no, because it could be. I mean, if that's a choice that you're wanting to make and you want to go to bed at 8:30 and like
I don't really want to make that choice. But like I also hate waking up with them. I literally hate it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
One thing, it won't be forever, and I'm saying this as I had a third after 5 years, and like
I think about that.
Everything was all nice and dandy and sleeping, and Dave and I had our morning coffee where we could talk and read the Bible and whatever, and now I was like, let's have another kid, which I love her, but also she wakes up early.
That third kid question is there. I mean, I hear you. I don't know. Can I go back
now? Do it now.
I told myself that the 5-year gap would be better, but you're probably
5 years great. It is great in so many ways. If you get a great like 7 to 7 sleeper, some people get these like unicorn 7 to 7 sleepers, and like, okay, if you get that, then you're amazing. I know. Great.
No, sorry.
But not all of
Ethan's
us.
not tempted by the screen. I'll tell you that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That.
Like,
right, exactly. That's why I'm saying it's not your fault, Mary Scott. But okay, this is what I'm going to say, because we need to practice like micro regulation during the day, right? So this like,
it's not just like my coffee with my quiet time in the dark.
No, that would be great. And maybe there's another time. So maybe it is the screen time later. Like maybe you get to say like, okay, at 8:30, I'm going to put the TV on for them, and I'm going to settle in. I'm going to get that 30 minutes, or I'm going to get that hour, and I'm going to read or it's not the same, right? Like but it's either that or nothing, or and I would say like these micro moments, like, okay, I'm going to walk away for a second and I'm going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to be out of their eyesight for a second. I'm going to tune out. You don't have to respond to every whine. You don't have to respond to every request. We don't need to say something for every word that our kids say.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember that. We don't have to correct every misbehavior. Like we don't have to like respond to everything in the moment.
Literally.
Like, right. Like I'm the mom. I
am the mom. It's like, it kind of is like,
100%.
Yeah. But on that, like,
who put this person in charge? Don't like what?
Well, I think we are. Macy McNeely would always say we're all toddlers.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel that way when I'm at my worst. I'm like, oh, I'm a toddler. I'm a 39-year-old toddler. It's humbling. It's beyond humbling.
My daughter today took a sip of my Diet Coke, and I was like,
yeah.
Like a minute later, I was like, am I a child?
Yes. I'm a human. We're all humans, I guess is better.
I have a question, Hannah, because you have older girls and child development a hell of a lot better than I do. That's on account of me, but also based on what you're saying, Mary Scott. Part of me wonders about inviting our children, when developmentally appropriate, into a few different things. One, our own growth, or two, teaching them how to treat us. I get that a 2-year-old's not going to be like, mommy needs quiet time too. Like, I get it. You know, they're going to be like,
Yeah.
well, I'm still going to.
They are honestly so great and kind. Like they're just young.
Well, for sure.
You know,
that's what I mean. The young, how do you, when they are that young and still developing and still like, I don't know what boundaries are. I'm still going to barge in on mom when she's in the bathroom or whatever. How do you teach mommy needs quiet time too? Or you know how you get to, like, how can you do that in a way that still demonstrates to your kids that mommy gets to show up for herself too?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, how do we start that at what ages? Because that, I think the conversation that we're also having here is not just parenting, although it is fascinating. It is also, how do we implement those internal boundaries, or those boundaries with ourselves, or the idea of teaching our kids how to treat us? How do we do that well so that we can still maintain some sanity and personhood?
Yeah. I mean, I think you just do it. Right. Like, and you know that it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
Dave and I still wake up. I mean, a little less when, like, if Nora wakes up in the middle of the night, like, then I like to sleep until 6. But if she doesn't, then like Dave and I will still wake up and sit in the living room and have our coffee and read. And whoever comes out. Right.
Yeah.
And they'll, snuggle up and, no, we're not eating breakfast right now. Like, it's 5:30 in the morning. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not.
or
serving.
like they know where they can go get their snack. It's like
Right.
almost
They can get a
teaching that
handful
in
of
the moment.
Cheerios if they want. Yeah, they
Sure.
want a handful of Cheerios, but like, I'm not pouring milk. I'm not like, it's not. And again, they're older. Like, they can pour a cereal. They can pour the milk. Like, they can. But like, I'm sitting here doing my coffee. Like, you are that broken record of like saying no. And like, obviously it's harder with our toddler. And so she's going to crawl up, she's going to crawl up on the couch, or she's going to try to like lean on the book, or try to, do, okay, here, you can sit
Color
next
in
to
the
me.
book. Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
here's your book, like, let's do a book, like, we're reading. And so what I would say is, like, you can be a broken record and you can say like, oh, I'm reading. And it takes so long to establish it. And also recognizing that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be this perfect quiet time. And even so, like, when the girls were older, before Nora was born, it was the same. Like, I would be in my chair and they would come out and they would see me reading, and like, they would still talk, like, oh, and I would sometimes have to say like, okay, I'm going to read for 20 more minutes. Like, you go do your thing and I'll be back. And they come in, no, I'm still reading. In 10 minutes, I can come, certain people are better than others. Cause like, my husband will be like, oh, get them, he'll go up and get them the thing. And I'm more like, nope.
Yeah.
This is my time. I'm not serving you breakfast until.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking too, because they're little, and maybe I don't sit down enough to think about this stuff, so it's coming to me now, but like, they don't have any of their toys where I sit and read. So perhaps like practically it's like just putting a basket in that part, because they have like a playroom that is literally our old garage. It's like locked. They can't even get in there. So practically I'm like, do I bring out the Tony box with some Tony, some books? And a special morning basket. And then another woman I follow puts the TV to sleep every week. They like put a blanket on it.
That's
so good.
And
that's
like,
good.
it's a true, because I do think they're literal.
Yes.
Like, oh, the TV is night-night.
That's
You know?
all. Okay, it's night. It's going to sleep.
Bye-bye.
Like,
That's
TV is bye-bye. So I do think but this just goes back to the original point of this whole conversation. I'm not even sitting alone enough to have that idea.
Totally.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went on a one night trip getaway with my husband for work. And I used to write content for like my job. And I haven't done that in years because hello. And in one 24-hour night, I had like a whole idea plopped into my brain about being married for 10 years. And I never even posted it because I came home from that trip and I stopped. I didn't even sit down alone. You know what I mean?
You got into life.
But I could have.
Yeah.
Do you see what that's going back to that shame thing? I think for me is like, I am not, it's like false and a lie for me to be like, I am engaging with my children for 14 hours a day. That's just not true. I'm not.
No.
I am engaging.
And nobody should be. Nobody should be.
But I'm still engaging with things that are not, like, if I'm not engaging with them, it's not that I don't think I should ever have a pleasure moment of dopamine of whatever kind, but like, I don't have to be on mentally that many. I hear a baby.
I do too.
I don't have to, like, there are still pockets where I could have written that and posted it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So what are the
Yeah.
things
There
you
you
believe?
could have.
Sorry. Like, what are the things that you believe? Like, what are the messages?
I would have told you that. Last summer, I would have said, I can't do that post until my kids are back in school. Well, sweet friend, they were in school for a whole year and I still didn't do it. So there's still like a limiting belief that like maybe it's that I have to have this desk and it needs to be wallpapered and I have to have the candle and the mug and then I can type.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the setting has to be perfect. But I think using like, I think there's two things here. One, it's like releasing the shame of like, yep, the year went by and it didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go.
Yeah.
And allowing yourself to be like, motherhood is exhausting.
Totally.
And I found a way to cope with it. And now I'm realizing that way is not helping me anymore. Right. So how can I make a new decision and recognize like this is kind of your turning point of like recognizing like, oh, I want next year to look different. And this is where I get to like, because I think sometimes too, when we feel jealous or like envious of someone, I'm like, oh, let's go in there because that's showing you what you want. Right. If you're jealous of someone, that's a lot of information about like what you maybe are missing, what you want for your life, or what maybe you want to seek out. And maybe you have, maybe you have a belief that like, oh, I can't do that.
I need to make a jealousy list.
Yeah.
And sit with it.
Yeah, helpful to be like, oh, these are things that I want for my life, and why can't I do that?
Or what's getting in the way of it?
What's getting in the way? Yeah, can't in a like, not like actually can't, but just like
get a baby.
Why am I saying that I can't?
Totally.
But I think too, this allows you to like have this summer to like live, gather. I'm always putting like, because I feel like you too in this, like I always have an idea for content when I'm living my life, not when I'm on the computer, not when I'm on my phone. Like it's like you're living your life and you have this idea and that's where you get them. And then later it's like you have to have the time to like sit down and be like,
and the energy
Yeah.
And the same inspiration you had in that moment. It's like sometimes it's like you have it and then it's gone, which to Holly would say voice memo, because then you remember every single thought you have. That is like Holly's MO and it works for her. Like it's great.
That's a good point. Well, that's really good. I'm trying to think of what else is coming up for me in this moment, but I think I need to just start taking inventory,
And like let yourself live this summer. Like see what it would be like to kind of release all the like, I have to like, don't write a post this summer.
Yeah. Maybe I should literally, this is where I can be very extreme though. Cause I'm like, I'm going to put my phone on the brick for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And like be super black and white and extreme about it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being like, okay, I bricked for 6 hours today. Like, yay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're going to turn into Meredith and you're going to be like, I actually don't even need a phone. Crack.
Yeah.
Just break my phone in half. The girls were so funny. Nora's taking her nap now. And they're like, what happens if she wakes up? I'm like, okay, if she wakes up, like, well, one, she won't like in this time. And if she does, like, she'll probably fall back asleep. So don't get her. Because sometimes what they do is she like makes the peep and they're like running. And I'm like,
they're so excited.
Fall back asleep.
Well, that's kind of, sorry, I don't know if this is part of the podcast, but when I think about a third kid, I'm like 2 extra moms. Like, this is awesome. Right? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, they can get her up from her nap. Like
maybe.
Yeah, when you wait 5 years, then
you get 2 mommies.
Yeah, they're helpful. But also, little toddlers like to take Legos and Barbie pieces and all the little things and ruin
That makes
Lego
a lot of
houses and
Ruin. That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
But those big kids build resilience from it. I tell you what, I've watched it.
Yeah, I know. I
over
feel
time
guilty a lot. Like I'm like, I'm sorry you spent hours on this.
In the car going to your siblings things. That's kind of what I think about too, is like the small one having to just like be in the car because there's like all the things that they all have. I feel like the oldest child kind of dictates everything you do anyway.
Yes.
Like we're going to be friends with her friends' families. You know what I mean?
That is so real. My daughter, my second, like went on her first like solo play date that wasn't like, she's going to be 7 this year, like maybe a couple months ago, like her first like actual like just her.
Yeah, because my girls do everything together and they're close enough in age that like they kind of share friends.
Yeah. 2 years apart.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It is a whole thing.
Man,
so sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, because you said a lot of things that I think most of us feel and experience and go through. So it was fun just to kind of hear each other's experiences and have, Hannah, your opinion of, one, a mother of older kids who's been through all of these stages, and two, with your therapist hat on, kind of coach us through these things. So I personally enjoyed this a lot because I feel like it was a me therapy session too. So thank you for that.
Practically, I feel like there are some good takeaways of like, I need to just start a list on my phone. Number one, what am I feeling super jealous of? And what is that telling me? And also just like this, I feel like I need to almost like write down 3 things every day, starting with I'm the mom,
Right.
you know, it's just like, I think when you wake up with them too, it's like you're not proactive. You're reacting all day, and starting the day reacting means you're most likely, unless there's like some kind of flag in the ground to rework it, I'm going to be in that posture all day long.
Yeah.
Of just
It's
reacting.
so true.
Yeah. And that's such a good point of like, how do I stay in the proactive and not the reactive space? And I think it is like reminding yourself, I don't have to respond to everything. And also like, oh, we're going to do a redo. You know, like if you notice yourself like getting into this reactive state by like 6 a.m., like you could even say that out loud. Like, you know what?
We're starting over.
We're starting over. I'm going back into my room and I'm going to come out and pretend like I'm like, because that's silly and that's funny. And it's like,
let's wake up on the other side, girls. Let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're just
that's
like,
so true.
like, you know, a new moment, a new this. And then they're like, reset. What? Like, oh, we can do a do-over. We can have a reset.
Kind of like, bad moments don't make a whole bad day.
Right.
Totally.
And and they're practically too, like going back to just, I'm reiterating all this mentally for me, like my takeaways, but like the jealousy thing, but really the practicality of like, if I did hold a personal boundary with myself and like I did put that basket out before I go to bed tonight with the toys by the couch, like that sets me up. It's like setting the coffee maker for the next morning. I think I almost need,
you could set out bowls, you could set out water cups, like you can set out, you can fill up, like the best days is when I'm like, I'm filling up the water bottles the night before, like I'm
packing that gym bag.
Like the bowls and the spoons, like
then that requires me
to
be a big girl. That requires me to be a big girl. And that
I've never thought about that. That's and I like never. That is so smart.
Asking, oh, can I have the water? And I'm like standing there and it's like, like it's so annoying, but it's like 3 seconds, but it's really annoying.
It's such a good idea, Ethan. Like
it's a great idea.
I need to go back. Have y'all read The Lazy Genius?
Yeah. I've listened to her podcast and maybe I got the cooking book one time.
The first book is gold.
Yeah.
And I was a pro at reading that before I had children. So I think I need to go back. She's basically 13 principles to lazy genius your life. And it's this kind of stuff. It's like, she asks the question, where are the dominoes falling kind of, and then you implement the 13. It's the decide ones kind of thing. Cause it's just the decision fatigue all day. So like practically the long short of this conversation is I need to be an adult. I need to be the mom, and I need to let that filter practically implement my like evening, household night routine.
Yeah.
Like when I'm putting the house to bed at night.
Yeah, put the house to sleep and then like set it up for the morning.
There's also something to be said for your girls watching you. They don't have language for boundaries yet, but they're watching you set limits for yourself. And that sets the tone for their internal ability to set boundaries for themselves one day.
And I know that if I can't say no to them now, then I'm going to have a much harder time saying no to them later.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Yes. It's training your brain. And I was talking to a group of new moms the other day, yesterday, we were talking about positive discipline. And I was like, oh my gosh, their babies are like 3 months old. Like, this is so early to be like talking about this. But I was like, you're training yourself to have this because you're rewiring your brain, right? Like if you always were told like, stop running, stop running, stop running, stop running, that's what you're going to say to your kids, or don't jump on the couch, don't, whatever. That's what you're going to say to your kids. And instead of saying like, sit on the couch, use your walking feet, like walk with your feet, those kinds of things. You're training your brain, even though your baby's a baby, right? You're training your brain to say these things in the positive, to try to, encourage compliance. And you're training yourself to do these things. And so if you already are doing it one way, it's going to be hard to switch it later, because now you have to treat yourself and your kids.
And summer, going back to just summer, like this is a really good time for us all to have like a little boot camp.
Yeah.
Before going into another school year.
That's a good word.
This is
We're
kind of like
chores boot camp this summer.
Like, yeah, they're
the
plenty old enough to do it. Like put your clothes in the dirty clothes or put your shoes by the door. Like they're very practical. And when I have been on it and encouraged cleaning up, like I think they genuinely like it. I think they like to feel like they're contributing something.
Yeah.
Especially if K-pop Demon Hunters is on. If you're my 6-year-old niece,
they love to dance. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's as simple as we're gonna play 5 songs to clean up.
100%. Would you like
music cleaning is the best, especially if you're having fun while you're doing it.
Totally.
Yeah, we do sometimes like go find 5 things, like again, put them like where they need to go, or like go find 10 things, and like
that's super helpful.
Good.
This has been very practically helpful.
Mary Scott, I can't wait to read your Substack if that's what you decide to do.
Thanks,
and
girl.
you start in the fall. I can't wait to read it. I will subscribe.
Can't wait.
Send it to all of us.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.